It's said to be the fastest growing town in the whole of Ireland. The county town of County Donegal, Letterkenny. That's our postmark today. Well, I've got someone for you to meet. This is Paddy. And Paddy, come over here. You're from Letterkenny, yes, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, I just want you to show everybody what you were telling me a little minute ago. What have we got here? We've got Letterkenny in front of us.
This is extended Letterkenny. Letterkenny was just about there and there, just a small town, one street, and that's only back there about 1940s. And the cathedral there is a highlight of Letterkenny, and it's now coming on 100 years old in the year 2000. Letterkenny then began to spread out, and it's spread out right along here. We have the River Swilly down here, and this is all the Isles here. There was a railway line run across there. It was a small town. It had a unique thing. It had one station over there and another station here.
And it's called Letterkenny?
Yeah, it's only a small town. And the Isles, now it's encroaching, all the industry and all encroaching into the Isles, and this road's going to change that. It's reputed to be the fastest growing town, not alone in Ireland, but they say Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah.
I only thought Ireland. Tell us about Conwell. Is that out that way?
Conwell is out about a mile out from that end of the town, the Ballymacool. And Conwell is the site of an ancient abbey in the 12th century. Ficre is known there, who is supposed to be the saint now of Taxime in Paris. And it was also associated with St. Columkill. It's an ancient site, Conwell.
And is that the original parish? So before Letterkenny existed, Conwell was there
a parish. I must tell you the other one about, there was a little village there. Conwell's, the original Letterkenny was a village, and they had these little thatched houses, thatched round, in those days of the 12th century, and beyond that. And a cat... someone set fire to one of the roofs, and a cat was lying sleeping on the roof, and his tail caught fire, and the story goes that he jumped from one roof to another and he burned the village.
Is that what happened?
That's it. It's recorded in history.
Isn't Paddy Curran just great? Now that's the Cathedral of St. Eunan, standing imposingly on Sentry Hill. It was built in the 1890s in Gothic style. Some of the windows were designed by Meyer of Munich and the ceilings by Amici of Rome. In 1846, the Slater Directory states Letterkenny as having one principal street, well built, and a spacious market square. The trade is of general character. Well, Paddy, here's the little market square here. Was there a market held here?
Yeah, the market, the carts and horses were up on each side of here, and then you had the hiring fair, of course, here and on the main street, all around here. And these are the people now we see that they come for to be hired on twice in the year, in June and November. And they're just as I remember them when I was at my school days. The short trousers you wore in those days till you were 15, and the little coats, and they had their little belongings, just a few items of belonging to take them on their journey, and they had them in little wraps under their arm.
Like that little girl has...
That little girl, that's just exactly as it was, as I remember, and the bare feet too.
Yeah.
There wasn't much shoes. You were thinking about, in my day, it was during the war years too. And they would come, these children would be 9 years of age, from 9 upwards, for hiring for 6 months. And the money they would get would be £6 for the half year. They'd go to Northern Ireland, to the large farmers up there. There was a station here at Letterkenny, and at the evening their parents would take them and hand them over to their new employer, who would take them down to the station and go by train to all over Antrim and Derry and all the counties up round there. And they would work there for 6 months, coming back after 6 months to be rehired again in November. And they would have maybe a week at home.